It's a party in the stock market. It's a party in the stock market. YouTube. What it do? It's your boy Little Petty checking in with you guys with another stock market episode. And in today's episode, I'm going to be honest, today is a rant episode. I got a lot of energy. I'm just coming on for YouTube to drop a video. We're going to talk about the stock market. We're going to go over a day trade that I made today. Yes, Little Petty made a day trade. Let's talk about it. And we're going to go ahead and talk about the small account challenge, the overall markets. We're going to keep this video short, but I want to entertain you guys while we go over the stock market and look at some charts. So, sit back, stay tuned, subscribe if you're new, and let's get to this lesson/episode without further ado. Alright, so today in the stock market, let's jump over into the SP 500. And as you guys all know, we like to start in the SP 500 and talk about what happened today in the stock market. So, you know what? First, what we're going to do, we're going to jump into my Discord chat because I want to talk about something that we had pulled up earlier. And we were talking about what the overall plan for the day was. So let me jump into the Discord chat. And if you guys want to join the Discord chat, make sure you drop a comment, say, hey, Little Petty, I want to be in your Discord chat. And I'll think about adding you into it. It's free right now, free 99, but we're going to see what happens in the next few months. So all my subscribers, shout out to you. And let's talk about the overall, what happened today in the stock market. So we're going to go first over here. We're going to go to the plays and call outs. And we're going to talk about what I was looking at this morning before the market was open, very early pre-market. I was in my zone. I'm looking at the charts and I'm trying to figure out what today is going to bring. So these are the notes that I posted. I said SPY above 309.50 bullish, below bearish. If SPY can't hold 306.71, look for a sell-off to 301. Overhead resistance is 312.70. A nice dip buy entry is at 307.53. See you guys in the AM. So I was up checking out the chart before I was going to take my nap. That's when my brain works the hardest and I find things that appeal, and that's when I do my late night study shift. So we're going to bring this full circle and we're going to jump into the charts. So first off, we'll go ahead and look at the SPY and we'll jump into the smaller time frames. So last night, as I said, I marked out this 309.50, and basically what we're saying is if it breaks above here, we have room to the upside. Down here, it's going to be a little bit belowish. Dip entry was going to be at 307.53. So what happened today in the stock market? SPY on Friday, it was coming down. It started making this reversal candle. Me and my buddies were talking about in the Discord chat how we need to open up our futures account so we could take advantage of buying these dips. So as the stock was coming up this morning, it had a nice pullback. It dropped right into our buy the dip scenario, which is right here at 307.50. It came down to 306 and then it rocketed right up. Came up, tested the 309 resistance, 0.5. It pulled back. This was a second entry for you to buy calls. It set a lower high, so that means we're going to be going up to the upside. And what did it do? As soon as we got to this 309.50, let me jump into the Discord chat, and I want to show you. Let's see if we can find it. We had called it out, and I said, yo, right now is the time to go long. Let's see where we at. Well, I'm not going to waste your time looking for that. But basically, I said, time right now, if you're going to buy calls, buy the calls. And what happened right as this thing broke, we rocket righted up to the and had a breakout. So the technicals are on point. Do your research while you're studying the charts, and then you will be successful if you put action into your trades. Now let's talk about what I did today in the stock market. What I did today in my very tiny small account, I'm going to actually bust this open and show you guys what I'm talking about. So as you can see in the Little Petty main account, we got a balance of $174. So anybody that's saying you need a lot of money to trade in the stock market, that's a lie. you have enough with what you got. It's all about how you take action with your capital. So this account was blown up multiple times in previous videos, previous years, but now that we're back on track, this is my baby account, and I'm gonna be day trading my options in my cash account. So the trade that we made today, we bought a Facebook call, the 250 call, and we spent 77 cents on it, and we sold it for 125 for a total profit of $47. So we made a small gain on that. We'll go ahead and look at the chart and what I was looking at today. So we'll go to the 5-minute. So as Facebook was coming down, the markets were basically coming up, and as Facebook stock was down here setting its pivot, I said, all right, it's time to buy some calls. It's time to buy some calls on Facebook. So that's what we did. We bought the 250 call. It's not showing my order in here, but we bought the 250 call at 70 cents, and we bought it at 654, and then we ended up selling at 830. So when the stock bounced up to this, we basically bought at the bottom and sold at the top. Look right here. So we bought it at 650, and then we sold at 830. So that was the day trade scalp, and the reason why we ended up selling out of this trade was because Facebook, if you go to the daily chart, now what we're looking at on Facebook is testing this 240 resistance. It's tested it 4 times. So now on the 4th try, what do you think is going to happen next? Is it going to keep getting rejected, or is it going to break out? So the trend is your friend. We have a bull flag set up. It's setting up to go higher. So we're going to strike. We're going to be watching Facebook. Facebook is on the radar for a breakout, blue sky breakout. And if you guys look today, a bunch of stocks did great. Microsoft, I think they hit an all-time high today. Boom. They hit an all-time high today at $200.76. So stocks are still bullish right now. The overall market, if we go and look at what happened today, pretty much all the big stocks, the big boy stocks were up. And the big boy stocks are what's going to move the market. Apple, Microsoft, Nike. What's in the Dow Jones? Those are going to be the top stocks that move the market. The S&P 500, the banks had a pullback today, and that's probably why we ended up selling off towards the end of the day. The stock market needs the banks to rally for everything to go up at once. Now, that was the day trade for the day. We're going to go ahead and jump into the small account where we have our credit spreads. And let's talk about our plays that we have set up. I talked about these in my last video, but we're going to give you an update. So the plays that we're holding right now, we're holding on to a Roku, we're holding on to Tesla, and we're holding on to Twilio. Now, if you check out what's going on, you're going to say, hey, little petty, the last time your account was at 4,000. Well, what I did was I took out some money and paid for my rent. So this account has actually already paid 1 month of my rent money in the small account. So make sure you guys comment, share, subscribe in this video. I'm teaching the education on how to trade short-term options to generate income, taking advantage of the theta in the option contracts. So let's jump into these plays right here. We'll jump into the chart. So Roku first. We talked about the Roku play. We have the debit spread, and we set up a credit spread on Friday. So let's talk about the credit spread. Let's go over here to Roku. So Roku on Friday, we ended up selling four credit spreads, and the spreads are $1 width. So the let's go to the option table so I can show you. So we sold the 125 and we bought the 124. We spent 40. We got a 45-cent credit, so $55 for 4 contracts is about $210 with the max gain of like 180. So the way this trade is going to work is if Roku, so let's zoom in on Roku, is if Roku stays above 125 by Friday. Now my plan on this week is to try to hold and get as much of the premium out of these contracts. So I'm going to be holding on. I'm going to try to hold on as long as possible to get majority of the time decay. So I'll be looking to close these out either if the stock market does keep rising for the next few days. That will be my time to exit out. I'm probably not going to hold till Friday, but we will see and we will manage this trade. So the Roku, we have the 4 contracts that expire on Friday, and that's the trade on Roku. If you want to know the other trade, go to watch my other video where I talked about the debit spreads. Now the Tesla play, we did set up these plays on Friday. I talked about it in my last video. Now we're gonna talk about the plays. So we ended up selling the 965 and the 960. We sold 2 of those contracts. I posted them in my Twitter, and we also sold the 955s and the 950s. So the max total credit that we will be able to receive for those 3 contracts is $411. Right now, after hours, it's showing that we're up 74%, but throughout the day, it was only up about 20%. So that means that right now, if you go into the option contracts are fluctuating, so the bids are a lot wider spread. That's why it's saying majority of my profit is here, but I know that's not true. But if we go and look at the Tesla chart, we can clearly see we're going to go ahead. So we're on the 1 hour chart. So my levels are going to be this. Let me zoom out real quick. So the way I set this trade up was off of this pivot low right here. So we had a breakdown candle. This breakdown candle after we ran up. The low of this candle is 960. So I sold the 965s. So as long as Tesla stays above here, then I'm going to close those contracts out for a profit, and we will sell the 950s first as long as Tesla stock stays in this range. So as long as Tesla doesn't come down there, we're going to walk away with another win on the weekend premium crush. So that's another setup. That's the trade that we got. And then the last but not least trade that we have right now is the Twilio, and we set this play up to the credit spread on Friday. So we ended up selling the 212.5, and we bought the 210s. So let's jump over here, and you can see right here we sold 2 contracts. So we'll go over here and check this out. Boom. Yeah, so we ended up selling 2 of the contracts, and we got a credit of 95 cents with a $2.50 width. So we ended up spending basically $150. Shout out to financial education, you know. But we got the 95 credit for both of them, so the max gain on this is $200, and we spent about $300. So these are the plays that we have set up. I'm going to jump into the Twilio chart so you can see that. And we're going to go to the daily chart. Well, let's go to the hour chart so you can get a clearer picture. So the hour chart, we're still holding this uptrend. Today we hit an all-time high. So this stock is still bullish. Now, these contracts are very volatile. It's a lower float stock. Shout out to Don Fran. I'm about to check him out after I get off this too. So, yeah. Twilio, we got the 212.5s, and we're selling the 210s. These are the credit spreads that we have set up. We have 2 debit spreads, and we are looking to stay on this green streak that we got going on, because right now the volatility is high, but still selling puts has been profitable on these uptrending stocks. And Little Petty is